African Youth Charter is a framework for youth empowerment and development at the continental, regional, but also national level across Africa. So it is very important for a young African to understand, first of all, which kind of youth council do I have in my country, or which kind of youth representation do I have in my country. So it varies from one country to another, from one region to another, but we have mostly the same objective: defending the interests of young people on the table.
If we talk about the youth employment, which is also still a challenge, not only in our country, but across the continent, maybe the globe. For us, we work closely with the Ministry of Youth and Arts. We work hand in hand. We are part of the consultation, the strategy, the policy, and the implementation itself.
Climate change on our lives here. It's not raining. If we are not careful, we'll go hungry. We are having food and water insecurity. Climate change is also influencing migration. These are real issues that are affecting we the youth, and climate change is one of them. The other one, from a research perspective, is mental health. In our part of the world, when you are faced with anxiety and depression and etc., you are likely to be seen as a guy who has been possessed by some spirits, and then you need a pastor to actually heal you from your disease. These are actually real issues affecting the youth now that I think the Charter will also want to highlight. The other third issue I want to mention is digital transformation. Look, the UN says leaving no one behind. But from what I'm seeing now, if you are sitting here as an African youth, including me, and you don't have the requisite skills, digital skills, you would be left behind. And these are some of the issues that I think the Charter should start actually highlighting, so that national policies will be adopted.
To my fellow youths, we're always talking about being at the table. You want to sit down and talk of policy, but do you know you can actually take yourself on that seat? As a youth, if you want to sit on that table, there's no seat, go with your chair. Game is always going to recognize game.
We first of all have to take responsibilities of knowing the Charter, and I think that should be the baseline, because if you don't know anything about the Charter, it is a problem. It is a huge gap. There are a lot of national youth councils, there are a lot of entry points that you can get to knowing. The very first entry point is that when you take your phone right now and you type African Youth Charter, trust me, it is there in black and white. It behoves on me as a young person now to really appreciate what the Charter is all about and whether it's really speaking to my current need, and the reflection of it is what is happening in our society.